In this module, we're going to be covering the VisionREZ architecture tools. We're going to be concentrating on just the VisionREZ roof, and we're going to apply a roof to these walls we already have inserted. The first thing we need to do is pick a family style. So we're going to do select family, and we're going to pick 206 roof shingle. Side note, if you do have other roofs inside of your template, they will populate in this window. I'm going to say OK from here, and I'm going to take a look at the properties of this, or maybe I need to change some of the properties. So we have a button called Edit Family, and it will tell you what family that you're using. Brings up a dialog box that gives you a lot of different things you can do with this roof. You can change the plates, you can change the pitch, overhang, rake overhang, end conditions, from plumb, square, two-cut plumb is what we typically use, and two-cut square. You can also change this to a truss roof. So if you decided in the middle, hey, I need to change this, we can go ahead and change this to a truss. Now this is only on the first run. You can't go back and try to edit this and turn it into a truss. This is just our beginning setup. So I'm going to switch back to rafter and touch on the other tabs. We have eave trim, have that located on there. And because this does have brick, we have a stud offset of 5.5 inches for that brick, so it'll sit on the outside. On our soffit, I'm putting a 16-inch. Actually, I have a 15-inch and 3/4 overhang. 16-inch will work. Rake and trim, same items. We'll put fascia, frieze, and soffit. We're going to have a 12-inch soffit there. Transitions, we're going to use a pork chop, and we're going to do it at 1'6" on that A dimension. The other ones that we do have are eyebrow, Greek return, Dutch gable, and continuous eyebrow. For this, we're just going to do pork chop. I'm happy with all my settings, so I'm going to say OK. And I'm going to switch to my roof plan so I can see my roof populate when I create it. I'm going to select all my walls and do create roof. I want to always put my roof on my first floor because it will tell me the height of the plate when we get started. If you put it on your first floor plate, it will tell you how tall it is from the first floor plate. So it actually will say 0. So you'll see what I mean in here just a second. So I'm going to say OK so I can populate my roof. Our roof is created. Take a look at it in 3D real quick. Just plain and simple, has the trim on it. And we can do some modifications. So I'm going to go to the roof plan. And let's make some changes. We're going to use the edit edges. So I'm going to pick this roof, and I'm going to use the edit edge button. And I can turn, all these pluses are hips. So if you just hover over the plus, turn into a minus, it turns into a gable. So if I'm happy with my settings, I can say OK. And then to take a look at that in 3D, you notice that it did in fact make those changes and it put those pork chops in there correctly.